Yo, what's up everyone? It's Glasshouse, and we're diving deep into the world of data centers today. Specifically, Google's data centers. We're talking about the fortresses that house your emails, your photos, your YouTube videos, all that digital goodness. You might not think about it much, but all that data has to live somewhere, right? And security, that's not an afterthought. It's engineered into every single layer. We're talking 6 layers of security deep, people. Stick around because we're about to break down how Google keeps your data locked down. First things first, we got to talk about the perimeter. Imagine rolling up to a Google data center. And I'm not talking about just any building here. These things are massive. You're met with a serious fence line, and I don't mean a little chain link fence. We're talking a robust, intimidating barrier that screams, "You're not getting through," and it's not just for show. This thing is monitored 24/7, and I'm not just talking about a security guard in a booth. We're talking cameras, sensors, the works. They've got eyes everywhere, watching for anything suspicious. Trust me, unauthorized access is not happening here. Alright, so you've made it past the perimeter, but don't think for a second that means you're in. Next up is the lobby, and this isn't your average waiting room. This is where the real security screening begins. We're talking biometric scans, fingerprint, iris, maybe even facial recognition. Then you've got badge access, multiple checkpoints, maybe even a security guard or two checking you out. And just when you thought you were home free, they hit you with the 2-factor authentication. Yeah, Google doesn't mess around when it comes to verifying your identity. Now, let's talk about deliveries. You know those massive server racks they've got in there? Those don't just magically appear. Every single delivery that rolls up to this place goes through a gauntlet of security checks. We're talking X-ray scanners to peek inside those packages, metal detectors to catch anything fishy, and, of course, the good old-fashioned manual inspection. Someone's got to open up those boxes and make sure everything checks out. It's like airport security, but for data center deliveries. Chapter 4, Building Access. It's about to get exclusive. Okay, you've made it inside, past the lobby, past the scanners. You're feeling pretty good, right? Well, hold your horses. We're talking about a data center here, people. The inner sanctum, only a select few actually get access to the critical areas, and even then, they're constantly being monitored. We're talking badges, biometric scans, maybe even custom PIN codes for different zones. It's like a real-life video game, but with way higher stakes. Chapter 5. The data floor, where things get serious. Now, we're getting to the good stuff, the data floor. This is where the magic happens, where all those servers are humming away, storing all that precious data. But don't think for a second that you can just waltz in here. This place is locked down tighter than Fort Knox. We're talking motion detectors, cameras in every corner, laser intrusion systems, you name it, they've got it. And those servers, they're not just sitting out in the open. We're talking secure racks, locked down and only accessible to a handful of specialized technicians. This is the heart of the operation, and they're not taking any chances. Chapter 6, Data Fortress, encrypted and protected. Okay, we've talked about physical security, but what about the data itself? Well, that's where the final layer comes in, data protection. This is where things get really technical, but trust me, it's cool. We're talking about encryption, which basically scrambles the data and makes it unreadable without the proper keys. It's like having a secret code that only you and Google know. And when it comes to hardware, Google doesn't mess around. They don't just throw out old hard drives. Nope, they destroy them on site, making sure no one can recover any data. Talk about thorough. Outro Google Data Center Security, peace of mind. So, there you have it. 6 layers of security from the perimeter fence to the data itself. Google's data centers are basically fortresses designed to keep your data safe and sound. They've thought of everything, from physical security to digital encryption. It's a level of protection that's honestly pretty impressive. And if you're anything like me, knowing that your data is locked down tight gives you a little peace of mind, because in this digital age, data is king. And Google's got the crown jewels on lockdown. If you want to learn even more about Google's data centers, check out the links in the description below. And as always, make sure you're subscribed for more deep dives into the tech world. Peace out!